Every year that goes by, there are 700 deaths in this province that could be prevented by this class of drug being available.
ABC doctors on a mission to get the province to cover what he calls life-saving drugs for diabetes patients. The pills are known as SGLT2 inhibitors, and research has shown they reduce mortality for those at high risk of heart attacks and stroke by more than 30%. But BC is the only province in Canada where patients have to pay out of their own pockets.
Do you feel better?
Dr. Tom Elliott is the medical director of BC Diabetes. He says his goal is to improve the quality of life of patients like Mark Schachter who live with diabetes.
I've had it for, I think, 10 to 15 years.
It's why he was so pleased 3 years ago when provinces started covering this new diabetes treatment that, unlike other drugs, doesn't cause low blood sugar or weight gain in users.
You know, initially we waited patiently expecting coverage to come about because it had been covered in every other Canadian province.
But that never happened in BC. The medication costs about $103 per month. Dr. Elliott says while a third of his patients have extended coverage, the majority have to foot the bill themselves. A steep cost for patients who have limited incomes, like Schachter, who lives on an old age pension.
When you're low income, okay, and like I've been getting some advances, and they're saying, well, you can do pretty well on this. I said, yeah, well, you try it. Why don't you let me know how it happens?
It's why Dr. Elliott is urging pharmacare to cover the therapy for 50,000 British Columbians at high risk.
We're only asking the province to pay for it for the ones who stand to have their lives saved or to avoid hospitalisation for heart failure or avoid dialysis.
City News reached out to the Ministry of Health asking why BC hadn't joined the rest of Canada in covering the treatment. In a statement, it said, BC's pharmacare program provides one of the most generous diabetes coverage programs in Canada, spending approximately over $74 million on diabetes medications and supplies annually. And the coverage under the plan has increased in the past year. Minister Dix has said previously that medications under the SGLT2 inhibitor drug class are being looked at very seriously. It is important to note, however, that the National Common Drug Review and BC's Drug Benefit Council does not recommend all SGLT2s for provincial coverage. Dr. Elliott believes the province has a duty to cover these medications.
Every medical condition has to be given due consideration, and right now diabetes is not getting it.
I mean, I'm just concerned about living longer.
In Vancouver, Isabel Regem, City News.